This is going to be a difficult video to articulate. I was listening to someone earlier and they said, "We come here." And they were kind of referring to it as like us being souls who come here to Earth, as if there is a soul existence and there is an Earth existence, and our soul makes a choice and comes here to Earth in which to experience lessons or whatever the case may be. And I've just come out of a meditation from the blazing hot sunshine and I was just contemplating this insight that arrived of, we don't come here, we are here. And it's the I who thinks we come here is the identity that is layered on top of the thing that actually is here. It sounds really trite to put it into words. To say you are source consciousness or you are God consciousness. Yeah. I'm God consciousness, love and light, love and light. And the mind takes in that information, and the mind is attached to the identity that is layered upon the consciousness that we are, and tries to do something with it. Analyze it, measure it, conceptualize it, compare it, reference it, assess it, dissect it. That is what the mind does. The you that is you, is source consciousness, is everything. I am literally sat in a chair right now, which is me, source consciousness, talking to a camera, which is me, source consciousness, as a helicopter goes by, which is source consciousness, talking to anyone who might watch this video who are source consciousness. They're all me. In the sense that me is I am, and I am is here and now. It's not something that comes from somewhere and arrives. It's something that just is here and now. And that something that it is, and how it is constantly creating differentiations of itself and appearing as separate, all of it is made from love. And this is why when we get into states of love and appreciation and joy, we feel the most like ourselves. Because love is what we are. Love is the I am. Love is the here and now. And we don't come from anywhere. We are constantly just here. Infinitely, eternally, without beginning and without end. Always here, always in existence. There's no hook to this video, and there may not even be a solid point that you can take and practically apply, because it is the ego self that wants to take it and apply it some way in order to do something with. But the ultimate experience of peace and recognition of who you are is when you can let go of any concept or ideology or framework and just recognize that you are here now existing as all that is existing. And so then we have this concept, this ego mind, right? This thing that is still a part of source consciousness, because nothing is outside of source consciousness, and yet it is the costume or the character. I, as source consciousness, have to adorn this body as Helen, this mindset as Helen, this individualization as Helen, in order to interact with anything and not know that, that it is me. Source consciousness. Else there's no... This is so hard to put into words. In order for me to experience myself in the material form and believe myself to be separate to other beings, I have to have an ego identity, a costume or a character, and play a role and interact with other forms that are playing a role to get the experience of separation, of physical existence. Yet, in that oneness, in that experience of knowing that I literally am, and that I am is just adorning a costume so that it can interact with other I ams, is where truth is. And it's so funny, I got it from this meditation. I've just put the camera on to try and put it into words, which is near on impossible. And even in doing that, I have put a costume on. The costume of Helen, who's now going to record this video to put on her YouTube. So there's no practice with this video. It doesn't even feel like there's a point to it. I can't imagine for anyone watching. But it's just that connectivity of, if you can feel into that depth and stillness within you and recognize that you've not come from anywhere, you're not even really going anywhere, you just are right now as existence, adorning a costume, there's a huge amount of surrender and peace that comes with that. And I recognize that every time I experience this sort of non-dual awareness, this experience of huge love and peace, it's because I have surrendered the costume, if only just for a moment or 10, and felt the essence of who I am, which is the same thing you are.